So today I'm going to be showing you how to get a sound out of your flute and assemble it. So to start, you're going to open your flute case on the ground. You do this so that the pieces don't all fall out if you open it in your lap. The first piece I'm going to pull out is the head joint. And you know it's the head joint because it has this hole where your mouth goes. So pull that out. Now, to start, you just want to make sure you can get a sound out of your head joint. So the closed end goes on your left, and as a general guideline, it's a little bit different for everyone. I put the edge of the hole that's closest to my mouth, I put right in between the pink and the tan of my lip, so right where my chin turns into my lip. So once you've found that spot, then just send a kind of really direct stream of air across the hole, kind of like you were blowing into a straw or blowing over a glass bottle. And you're probably going to have to experiment with this a little bit, but at some point, if you're doing everything correctly, you should get a pitch that's about an A. So there's an A. Okay, so after a little bit of experimenting, I got my A. So now we're ready to put the rest of the flute together. So I'm going to take the middle joint next, which will connect to my head joint, and then the foot joint will go at the bottom. So let's go ahead and assemble all of that. I'll take my head and body first, and when you're putting the pieces together, don't push or jam anything together, just use a twisting motion so that it slides easily in. Now, my flute has a little arrow etched into it to show me how to align the head and the middle joint, but if you don't have that, this embouchure hole should more or less be in line with the buttons on the flute, the keys. Okay, so I'm more or less in line. I'm going to put the foot joint on now in the same manner. And again, I have little arrows, but if you don't, the way to align your foot joint and middle joint is with this rod here that's on the front of your flute, on the foot joint. This rod should also be in line with the circular keys on the middle joint. And to see if everything is in line, if you look down the flute like a barrel of a gun, right down this rod, everything should be in line from the embouchure hole, down the keys, down this rod at the end. So your flute's assembled. And now it's time to play. So the next most important thing is posture. Both of my feet are flat on the ground. I'm sitting at the end of my chair, and I'm sitting up tall, not slouching. And now, the flute isn't always intuitive for where you're going to put your fingers. So, starting from the top, your left hand's going to go in front, first of all. Your right hand goes behind. So, first thing is your pointer finger on your left hand. So I'm not going to put it on this first circular key, I'm going to put it on the second one. And then your middle finger goes next. So skip a key from where you just put your pointer finger and put it one down. And then ring finger goes right after that. And your pinky sits on this key right below your ring finger. Your thumb on the back is going to go on this rectangular key. If you count, it's the 1, 2, 3, fourth one down on the back. Now your right hand comes in from behind the flute, and let's do your pinky first. So it's going to go on the highest joint on the highest key on the foot joint, right here, and you can see that it triggers this little circular key on the other side. Your ring finger is directly above that. middle finger and pointer finger directly above that. So that's how your hand should look. When you hold the flute up, it should be more or less parallel to the ground. And then use that same mouth position that you used earlier to get the A. And, well, let's just do an open for now. So you don't have to press any keys down for this. Just make sure you can get that clear sound again. And that should be more or less a D. Okay, so you'll just keep practicing and getting that really clear sound, and then once you've gotten that, you can start working on your scales and your songs, and you're good to go.